What's up, mech heads? Welcome to the Manic Mech-E, where caffeine meets robotics and sanity is optional. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and click the bell to join our crew of makers. Today, I've got two big updates on my exoskeleton build you do not want to miss. First, I upgraded my 3D printer to run on linear rails and dual Z-axis. This will help with rock-solid prints for my exoskeleton project. Second, I'll be sharing soldering tips for beginners to help with your electronic setups. So stick around and let's build something awesome.
Let's talk progress. For my lower leg prototype, foot plate, ankle, and shin parts, I need super stable 3D prints. My Ender 3 was wobbling and I had Y-axis shifts, so I had to upgrade it with linear X and Y rails. And I also added a dual Z-axis. Here's why and how. These linear rails, about $50 each from Amazon, replace the stock V-slot wheels. They reduce play so my prints don't shift mid-layer. The dual Z-axis, $30 for a second stepper motor and lead screw, sinks both sides of the bed so there's no more tilting of the nozzle. I wired the second motor to the main board's Z-axis port in parallel and tensioned the belts. These upgrades cut my print failures by 80% and are critical for functional 3D printed parts. Next up, I'll be discussing soldering tips for beginners. Now, let's level up your electronics game with soldering tips. For my exoskeleton, I'm wiring Myoware sensors to an Arduino Uno, and clean solder joints are key. If you're new to soldering, here's how to start. Let's start with some unboxing. You'll need to buy a few tools. The soldering iron I bought is this 750 watt Yiwa soldering and hot air rework station, which you can find on Amazon for around $100. It includes tweezers, a desoldering pump, the actual soldering iron, a sponge, a hot air gun and holder, a brass wool tip cleaning station, 5 soldering tips, and 4 hot air nozzles. You'll also want to get some leaded flux core soldering wire, which everyone recommends for beginners, some flux paste, and a desoldering braid, and very important, a fume extractor. Soldering fumes are toxic, so you want to practice safety first. The fume extractor I bought comes with a dual filter, one in the front and one in the back, and it plugs into the wall so I can have it near where I'm soldering and have it clean the air around me. You also want to get a set of helping hands. That way you can have a nice setup where you're not burning your fingers all the time from holding what you're soldering. The recommendation for the temperature for the leaded solder I bought is between 600 and 650, so I just went with 625 for a happy medium. First things first. Before starting with any soldering, you want to make sure you wear safety glasses. Molten metal's no joke, and sometimes you get some flying bits which could cause permanent damage. I tinned the tip of the soldering iron to make it shiny. Then I set up the Myoware EMG sensor so that I could add the header pins that I bought. I snapped off some header pins. I placed them on the helping hands and clipped the other helping hands to the Myoware EMG sensor. So you can see I'm currently adding some flux paste to the Myoware EMG sensor. This is so the solder will stick easier and cleaner. Step 1. Turn on your fume extractor and tin the iron tip with solder to keep it shiny. Step 2. You want to set up whatever you're soldering with your helping hands and near the fume extractor. Next, you want to heat the wire and pad for 2 seconds. Then feed solder until it flows smoothly. Don't blob it. Less is more. A good joint is shiny and conical. like this. A bad one is dull or lumpy. Reheat and add flux to fix it. I soldered headers to my Myoware for easy Arduino connections. This took around 10 minutes with practice. Practice on scrap wire first and you'll be soldering like a pro in no time. What's your soldering setup? Tell me in the comments below.
That's it for today. Linear rails are dialed in, soldering's on point, and we're one step closer to building a muscle-controlled exoskeleton. Next week, we'll be talking about controlling servos with Myoware EMG sensors. So if you're hyped, like and subscribe for more weekly chaos. Drop your ideas and questions in the comments below and follow me on X and Instagram for more behind the scenes content.
Power tools.
I need a screwdriver. A screwdriver. I don't need a screwdriver. So stick around and let's build something awesome. Yes!